Yo boys, what's cooking? Willie P here. Today I'm excited to bring you a video about the timeless age-old question of should I build Tiamat on Udyr? Good lord people, I've seen this question asked so many times both on my stream and on like the Udyr subreddit and other places of discussion. And I'm just sitting here, it reminds me of like a Republican fighting with a Democrat. Both sides are arguing their point and I'm just sitting here like, boys, you realize there's benefits of both, and like one is not necessarily better than the other. So I'm here to answer the question and I don't know, just basically give you guys some insight as somebody who's climbed a pretty high elo, what I think about the opinion. Now, the first thing I'm going to say in this video is I'm basically going to give you a TLDR. So for those of you that just want to get a quick answer, here's what it is. Tiamat is better for lower elo, so like if you're Diamond 5 or below, Tiamat works really well. If you're above that, then don't build Tiamat, and I'll explain why. Now, moving into, I'm basically going to give you like a T-chart, strengths and weaknesses of Tiamat, and just explain why. But one thing I want to say real quick is you either go Tiamat or Warrior Enchant. Never ever build both, because you're going to delay item spikes by way too much gold. So if you go Tiamat, then you're going to skip going Warrior Enchant. If you go Warrior Enchant, you're going to skip going Tiamat. Sometimes on stream you might see me build both, but that's because I'm at low elo and I have like 5 kills by 10 minutes or something. And I can afford to go both just because I'm greedy. But generally speaking, you never want to build both Warrior Enchant and Tiamat just because it delays item spikes. Now, let's start with the strengths of Tiamat, and I'm going to kind of, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Hopefully it looks pretty on the video. I don't know where I'm going to put it on the screen, but bear with me, guys. So the strengths of Tiamat is obviously, the biggest thing is it gives you an AoE effect to all your auto attacks. This allows you to power farm extremely efficiently. Allows you to clear your jungle so much faster. And so in a sense, like if you get really far behind in a game, at least you've got your Tiamat to power farm your jungle and come back into the game, right? It also allows you to get an insane early game spike. So like minutes 3 through 6, you're going to do a shit ton of damage. There's so many cases where like, I get a 5-minute Tiamat, I go down bot and I just one-shot the enemy Sona, or I one-shot the enemy Nami or Zyra, or basically any squishy support or ADC. You can just one-shot with Tiamat at like 5 minutes into the game. So it's really good in that sense. Another benefit of Tiamat is it's super good at split pushing. Obviously, like if you ever think about a Nasus, like Nasus split pushing, what's the weakness of it, right? He's only got single target damage from his Q to clear the minions, so it takes him a very long time to build up a wave and push it into a tower, right? The benefit of going Tiamat is, well, it's like Nasus when he starts using his E, the big circle thing to clear the wave. It allows Udyr to get AoE effects, so that way he can push waves in super fast. So Tiamat is super good for split pushing in that sense. Another benefit of Tiamat is it's a lot cheaper than Warrior. Like I said, it's either Tiamat or Warrior. Those are the two alternatives you have. Tiamat is just like, it only costs 1,200 gold. Warrior costs, I don't know, Warrior costs like 2,600 gold, or it's either 2,200 or 2,600. I can't remember. Probably 2,600. But Tiamat essentially costs less than half the gold, right? That Warrior costs. So Tiamat's much cheaper. Now let's go into the weaknesses of Tiamat. So one of the biggest weaknesses I see with Tiamat is it delays item spikes by 1,200 gold. But Willie, doesn't Warrior Enchant also delay your item spike? The difference with Warrior Enchant is Warrior Enchant gives you 60 attack damage and 10% cooldown reduction. For the gold cost, Warrior Enchant is super gold efficient. And basically, I don't know, like it feels like a really solid mid-game item. Tiamat is just a component of an item that you're probably not going to build until way later in the game. Like when you build a Tiamat, you don't build Titanic until 25 or 30 minutes in the game, right? And even then, sometimes you opt out of going Titanic Hydra, so that way you can build an armor item, which just further proves my point of the fact that you're going to be sitting on a Tiamat that you invested 1,200 gold into, and you're not going to complete the item for a very long time. So it's just not very gold efficient. Another weakness of Tiamat is it encourages an AFK farm playstyle. Now, Willie got stuck in Platinum for a very long time, and this is something that someone had to coach me on. Basically, I farmed way too much, and part of the problem was I had a Tiamat, so I was like, yo, look at me, I can clear my jungle so fast because I've got Tiamat. Let me just focus on clearing my jungle as often, as frequently as possible. Newsflash, folks, the AFK farm is not how you win jungle. And especially in this snowball season, like if you farm as a jungler, it's one of the worst things you can do. So I don't know. Tiamat kind of encourages a farm playstyle, which I really disagree with. Another weakness of Tiamat is you have less single target damage than Warrior. Obviously, you only get like 25 or 30 attack damage with Tiamat. Warrior gives you 60 attack damage. Your mid-game spikes, so like minutes 7 to 15 or whatever, Udyr, like with Warrior Enchant, you're gonna have so much more damage than Tiamat. It's not even comparable. So like the mid-game spike is super weak with Tiamat. God, I can't Tiamat. Sorry for the fucking pronunciation, boys. And the last weakness I want to talk about is Tiamat is super bad at high elo. And I'm going to show you gameplay in a second here. But Tiamat, basically the reason Tiamat sucks at high elo is because you need to be as gold efficient as possible at high elo. And so, like I said, delaying an item spike by 1200 gold is super bad. And then also for split pushing at a higher elo, Tiamat is super good for split pushing. At a higher elo, as a jungler, you cannot split push. 90% of the time, you're not going to be stronger than the enemy top laner, just because top laners, just by the nature of League of Legends, they're going to have more gold and XP than the jungler. So unless you have an insane amount of kills, you're not ever going to be able to kill the enemy top laner in a 1v1. And also, like, as a jungler, you have to be where the objectives are. You don't have the luxury of going bot when Baron is up because you don't have a teleport. You have to be there with the smite. So split pushing just doesn't really work at higher elo. So those are kind of the main points I want to talk about. Now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to show you this. So this game I played, I'm pretty sure I have Diamond 2 MMR right now. I was Diamond 1 a week ago on this account, but a Shin literally tilted me all the way back down to D3. I played like 5 games in a row with him, and we lost every single game. So I think I got tilted off that. But regardless, this is about a Diamond 2 game. So let me show you what a Diamond 2 game looks like, and I'm going to explain why Tiamat would suck in this game. Yo boys, what's going on? So we just hopped in this replay game. Unfortunately, I didn't play this game on stream. So this is just a game I played off stream last night, and I want to show you. Obviously, every Diamond game doesn't go like this. It's not going to be completely as one-sided. But let me show you how most Diamond games, or not most Diamond games, how a lot of Diamond games seem to go to a certain extent. So we start the game out. I started Machete, refillable potion. I'm kind of just speeding things up here. So immediately we got an invade. This was a really good invade for us. We got both of their bot lane flashes. So I knew I wanted to start top side so I could path bot side, so I could punish the fact that neither one of their bot lanes had flashes. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit because I don't want this to take too long. Let's go ahead and just speed it up a little bit more. But basically in Diamond games, the games are a lot shorter. So I got a lucky bot lane. Listen boys, Willie, for the first time in forever, we got a bot lane that wins lane without my help, right? So they don't have flashes, my bot lane just goes in and kills them, right? So already the game is super one-sided. And the thing about Diamond games that a lot of people don't understand is the fact that like, Diamond games are a lot shorter than Silver games, just because, like, think about, like, when you wrench a towel, you know what I mean? Like, when you wrench a towel, like, you're squeezing as much water. Like, when Diamond players get a lead, they, like, fucking bleed you dry, man. They, like, use the golden XP lead as efficiently and as effectively as possible to make it to where, like, you have a extreme, like, if you are the person that's behind, you're gonna have an extremely difficult time coming back in the game. Right? So we speed things up. Their bot lane comes down again. I go for a little gank mid while I wait. We get mid. So the game's already 3-0. I'm doing my jungle while I wait for my bot lane to come back because I know I want to go bot because they don't have any summoners, right? So I'm coming bot. We kill the bot tower. Now I want you to notice something. This is something that a lot of bot laners don't do. So we killed their bot lane again, or a lot of low elo junglers don't do, right? Instead of going back, buying, and then, or going to do fucking Ocean Drake, which we all know is useless. If you watch my stream at all, I complain a lot about that. Instead of doing that, I see the fact that we've got this wave, and we also have another wave coming in with a caddy. I know we can get this tower right now. Even if their bot lane comes, we're just going to straight dive them because we're way stronger. So already, I want you to notice this. We have a lead. We get a turret by 4 minutes and 29 seconds. That's kind of crazy, right? And so, long story short, what we do after this is we just run our ass top lane. We go get top tower. I'm just going to speed it up just to show you the macro. But you know what I mean? So we run top. We go get top tower. We have 2 towers by what? 6 minutes and 30 seconds. We have 2 towers, right? And now you know we're going to try and go get mid tower if we can. And like, I hope you guys are just watching. Don't watch the micro, just watch the macro. Focus on the towers and where I'm rotating around the map, right? I'm setting up vision bot because I know I want to try and dive this guy. We go kill the jacks, and all of a sudden, 9 minutes and 15 seconds, we have both bot turrets and top turret just generated off of the 2 kills, or I guess the 4 kills we got bot lane, right? Nowhere in this game, so I went warrior enchant this game. Nowhere in this game, notice how like my job as a jungler is to try and snowball this game as hard as possible. I am not farming my jungle right now, right? Tiamat, the extra like gold value I would have gotten out of Tiamat for being able to clear my jungle more efficiently, like that is nowhere to be seen right now. Right? Because I'm focusing more on killing the enemy enemy laners, keeping track of the enemy junglers, being able to 1v1 the enemy jungler. I'm not focusing on farm. You know what I mean? Like I have every single camp up, but instead of going to farm, what I did was I dived the jacks and got a tower. Right? So I wish I could pull up the gold. I don't know how to switch gold here. But we already have a massive gold lead over the enemy team. Not because of me farming with Tiamat, but because I went warrior enchant so that way I could get down to early towers. So now that we have nothing going on, this is the only time. I want you to notice that my entire team was in base buying items running back. That's the only time I had, you know, some downtime to go clear my jungle. So we go mid, we just get mid turret, that just blows up, right? We get another mid turret, right? Instead of farming my jungle, like instead of getting the gold value out of Tiamat, going to get my Krugs and my Raptors, I instead run it down mid and help my team get the 2 towers, right? And then I don't think I need to finish this game out because I think you guys get the point of what I'm saying. But at higher elo, like farming is one of the worst things you can do as a jungler. Just by being in a certain area, that like allows you to put pressure on the enemy laners to where they can't engage so you can force down towers. You see me do that a lot on my stream, and I talk about it a lot, but like the pressure alone of you being somewhere is more valuable than me being in the jungle, gaining an extra, what? Krugs give 160 gold and this gives about 130, right? So instead of getting 300 gold from my Raptors and my Krugs or whatever, I instead am on the map actively making the enemy team incapable of farming so that way we can win. So I'm going to close the game there. So one thing I'm going to do now, so what we're going to do is we're going to I'm just going to answer the question real quick. I'm going to answer the title of this video's question so you guys can know. I got my handy dandy notepad here. So, when to buy Tiamat. If you are below Diamond 5, or even if you are Diamond 5, Tiamat is a super reliant, viable option. So, you can buy Tiamat if you're anywhere in those elos. And it's really good for the reasons I listed earlier: the strengths, power farming, early game spike, split pushing, cheaper than warrior. Split pushing in particular is really good at low elo for 1v5 in games. So Tiamat is super good in these elos. Another reason to buy Tiamat, so there's 2 sides of the spectrum. One, the first side I'm going to talk about is the you are super far behind in game. So I want to look at a game I played last night. This game was so one-sided. Let me show you the gold difference. I don't think we ever had the gold lead this game. So this game, when you're super far behind, you can go Tiamat. So this game, instead of going for my warrior enchant, what I did is I left it at blue smite and used the longswords to buy a Tiamat. Then I went Tiamat into black cleaver, which is a much cheaper build. So basically, Tiamat is super good if you're really far behind. Right? It's super good because it allows you to at least be able to farm your jungle and try and come back in the game that way. The other side of the spectrum over here is, say you're super far ahead and you know you'll be able to get the 3 core bruiser items, which are Sterak's, Trinity, and Titanic Hydra. If you're snowballing super hard and you know you can get all 3 of those items, then you can just pick up a Tiamat, so that way you can basically just snowball the game through that way, through like the power farming advantage that Tiamat gives you and stuff like that. But if it's just like a run-of-the-mill normal game in Diamond, I would never ever build Tiamat. I know there's people that make it to like high elo rushing Tiamat and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I've made it to Masters 30 LP. That was my peak last season, right? I've been at that elo, people, and I can tell you I don't go Tiamat unless like I'm either super far behind, super far ahead, or you know, it's just like Diamond 5 or below and I'm just smurfing, right? Those are the only times I build Tiamat. So hopefully that answers, like, clears up a little bit of confusion. I know there's a lot of people are probably going to be a little butthurt by what I just said, but like, this is me giving you my opinion on somebody who's played shit tons of game of Udyr, right? I mean, if we look at the match history, like, I mean, I know I'm not Diamond 1 like I was a week ago, but this is a Diamond 3 account, 64 OP, so, like, I don't know if you consider that high elo. A lot of people don't. I don't even consider that high elo. I consider Diamond 2 to be high elo, or, like, the start of high elo, but, like, you know, I've made it through the other 4 divisions, which is bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So this is just my opinion. Hopefully you guys, you know, learned a little something. If you learned anything out of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to see me play my Udyr live, head over to my Twitch, which is lol_WillyP. But much love from Willy. I'll catch you guys later. And if you have any questions or any comments, please let me know in the video below. Yeah, much love from Willy, guys. I'll catch y'all later.